Coca-Cola. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists. For long-distance love. For introverts and extroverts. The thinkers and the doers. For old friends and new. Coca-Cola. For everyone. Pick up some Coca-Cola at a store near you.
So you're telling me that the AI that's meant to make everyone's job easier to manage just adds more to manage on top of the thousands of apps the IT department already manages? Funny how that works. Any business can add AI. IBM helps you scale and manage AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
What do you do when things get tough? You don't give up. You stand your ground. If you've been diagnosed with metastatic prostate cancer and have tried hormone therapy, ask your doctor about Pluvicto, lutetium Lu-177, Vipitide tetraxetan. Pluvicto is not chemotherapy. It's a different treatment that targets PSMA-positive cells. Pluvicto can be used before chemotherapy for some people. Pluvicto is a prescription treatment used to treat adults with prostate-specific membrane antigen-positive metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer, or PSMA-positive mCRPC, who have already been treated with hormone therapy and are considered appropriate to delay chemotherapy. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fetal harm. Drink plenty of fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about ways to reduce the risk of exposing others to radiation during and after treatment. Pluvicto can cause low levels of blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you have weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising more easily, an infection or changes in urination. Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint or back pain, and constipation. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto, because every day without cancer progression is a victory. Visit Pluvicto.com to learn more.
This is Matt Rogers from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
This is Bowen Yang from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Hey, Bowen, it's gift season.
Ugh, stressing me out. Why are the people I love so hard to shop for?
Probably because they only make boring gift guides that are totally uninspired. Except for the guide we made.
In partnership with Marshalls, where premium gifts meet incredible value.
It's giving gifts! With categories like best gifts for the mom whose idea of a sensible walking shoe is a stiletto.
Or best gifts for me that were so thoughtful I really shouldn't have.
Check out the guide on Marshalls.com.
And gift the good stuff at Marshalls.
Oral health goes beyond just aesthetics. It's deeply connected to your general health and well-being. That's why preventing oral health problems before they start is so important. When you use the Colgate Total Active Prevention System, you're not just helping to prevent oral health problems like cavities and gingivitis. You're laying the groundwork for overall wellness. Colgate Total's 3-product routine includes a reformulated toothpaste, an innovative toothbrush, and a refreshing antibacterial mouthwash that all support a healthy mouth. In fact, the 3 products were designed to work together to be 15 times more effective at reducing bacteria buildup in 6 weeks, starting from week 1, compared to a non-antibacterial fluoride toothpaste and flat trim toothbrush. Take control of your oral health and get the Colgate Total Active Prevention System today so you can be dentist ready. Visit shop.colgate.com/total.
I'm Heather Dubrow.
And I'm Terry Dubrow.
And we're going to keep this between us.
Not this time.
No, not this time. How are you?
What a day.
Yeah? Why? What happened today?
It was Monday in the office, like before the holiday. So it's post-ops and it's all these new patients and all these pre-ops that want to have surgery right after the new year.
I would assume that's so funny to me. I know we've talked about this before, but a lot of people ask me this, if there are busy times, like if there's a busy season for plastic surgery. And I would have thought when you were just talking that they would want to have it done tomorrow. Like, oh, I'm about to have 3 weeks off. Can you do it tomorrow?
There used to be for me, but we take the holidays off now.
We travel.
So I no longer am willing to work when people have time off. I want to have time off. That's the advantage of being kind of successful, because, you don't have to worry about the surgery schedule. You don't have to push it.
Right.
And I get to do things when it's convenient for us. And anyway, you book so many vacations and so many trips that
Are you sort of excited about that?
I am. Normally I would work all the way up through Christmas, but I'm basically done in 2 days.
I will tell you, there have been years where you only took off Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Like you would work on Christmas Eve till
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
I would operate.
You'd work on Hanukkah.
I don't do that anymore.
No.
No, I'm not.
Good. You know what? Glad you don't do that anymore.
Well, that whole thing, what do you say when you die? Oh, I wish I could have worked more. Oh, that whole thing on your deathbed. I don't want to have to say that. I wish I didn't work as hard.
Yeah.
I'm now making work fit into my schedule.
Which I love.
Yeah. Plus we're doing so many different things like this, for example.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
What's funny is I was doing another podcast before this, and I was saying how funny it is that the day we do our podcast is one of the few days, it's one of the days that we spend the least amount of time together.
It's true.
So when I see you,
yes,
it's literally, we'll text, but it's the first time we talk
yeah,
for the day.
yeah.
Before we get into today's show, we just wanted to acknowledge everything that's been going on for the last few days in the world. It just feels so unreal.
Yeah, we know that everybody's stressed about it, and we're upset about all the things that are happening. And we just hope that we can all get through this together and lean into love and support and all the things that make us, human.
We've shed quite a number of tears in the last few days between what happened in Bondi Beach and at Brown and with the Reiners and Jubilant Sykes, the opera singer. Just all of these tragedies, one after another. And it's so scary and so unsettling.
Yeah, you know what? I'm getting really upset about how many times we have to hear the phrase thoughts and prayers. That's the phrase referred for people who are acknowledging something horrible that's happened to other people. Our thoughts and prayers are with you, right? And so we're hearing a lot more of that term.
I want to stop with the thoughts and prayers. I want action.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to try to move on and talk about other things, but we just wanted to acknowledge we are aware of what has happened in the last few days. And unfortunately, and we have to say it, our thoughts and prayers are with everyone.
They truly are, especially at Hanukkah, the holidays, these poor kids, these families. We have been deeply affected, and we know you all have too. So hopefully maybe in the next hour or so, you just hang out with us and take a little break from the news.
Yeah. And that's what this is going to be about. Let's try to not move on, but at least move laterally, sideways, and
take a breath.
Yeah.
So what's so crazy, and for a couple that's been together 29 years, which we just celebrated, we've talked about divorce in general quite a bit. We talked about the gray divorce. We talked about all kinds of things.
Although if you look at me now, there's a little more hair dye in.
So it wouldn't be a gray divorce.
It would be a sort of a Clooney. Oh, Clooney's very gray right now.
He really is. And I color my hair as well. So we really wouldn't be a gray.
It would be a salt and pepper divorce.
It would.
Yeah.
Did you see Amy Schumer's announcement of her split from her husband?
Yes.
But she's so funny, and I read it and I thought, those are people that are going to be good co-parents. Because the way she wrote it was, yeah, blah, blah, blah. We're splitting up, blah, blah, blah. Give us some space, blah. She literally wrote blah, 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 and kind of made a joke. And I'm assuming the two of them discussed this before she posted it.
You know what? It almost seems like the list of celebrities that have stayed together in long-term relationships is so short that there should almost be a law against celebrities
marrying,
or at least they should acknowledge somehow
that it's going to be short term.
It's like there's a consent form patients have to sign when they have surgery with me.
You might get numbness.
No,
might.
Yes. All plastic surgeons give you consent forms, but when you have surgery with me and you've had revisional surgery and I'm doing botched repairs,
right?
I'd make you sign a special consent form called a high-risk consent form that says you're aware that your surgery is not only carries the usual risks, but it's particularly high risk because of the previous surgery you've had and the disruption of the blood supply. So I think, there should be a marriage license, like high risk marriage license that you sign that says you're aware that the probability that you will go past any significant period of this marriage is extremely low.
You will be traveling. You will be having pretend sex with other people and movies. You will be on location.
Yeah. You almost should have to put a bond down for
an escrow account
for the lawyers who are going to have to get you through your nasty public divorce.
Instead of a 529 plan for your children's education, they should have something else. It's called like a 511 plan. And you put money in there for the divorce attorneys. So it's like it's handled.
It's a marriage 911 plan.
Yeah, there you go.
It's interesting because I was wondering if two big celebrities get divorced, they not only have to pay their attorney's fees, but don't they ultimately engage their PR people, their high risk crisis PR people? So
there's a lot of costs.
There's a lot of costs above and beyond, and particularly when they get nasty with each other.
Well, it's funny. I heard Kim Kardashian, a clip of her on her show the other day talking about prenups, and because her character on her Hulu show is getting divorced, and then supposedly. As Kim was talking about prenups. And, prenups are seen very differently today as they were many years ago. I think years ago, it was set up, it made people feel like, oh, you're a gold digger and I want to make sure you're marrying me, not for my money and that kind of vibe. Where when you hear Kim talk about it and other people and Laura Wasser, who we love, it's more like being smart. Let's figure this out now and take this off the table so there's no worries later.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say I were out of the picture for whatever reason, something tragic. Thoughts and prayers for Terry Dubrow's family.
Lord. Okay.
And you met and fell for someone wonderful.
Yes.
And he proposes to you.
Yes.
And you were going to get married. Let me give you just a couple of
scenarios.
Scenarios. One, he has far less money than you.
Right.
Are you making him sign a prenup?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
How about yes?
No,
How about let me tell you from the grave,
I was
honey.
having a thought of it's because, it's, yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Let's say
of course, and mostly not just even protect myself, but to protect the kids' money.
Well, you don't ever have to do that, I don't think. The money in the trust is always protected, by the way.
Okay.
Let's say he is of sort of equal financial status to you. Are you having a prenup?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say he's dramatically and substantially more wealthy than you are. Are you having a prenup?
Yes.
Why?
Because he probably won't.
Second chances are for your closet, not your ex. So whether it's the quiet luxury piece you bought before remembering you're actually a maximalist, or those flats you never quite broke in, the best place to give them a second chance is The Real Real. I am so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The Real Real, the best place to shop and sell authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. I have shopped and sold at The Real Real, which is great because I can use my earnings for something special and new to me. I love scouring The Real Real for new pieces. P.S. There are 10,000 new items every day, and they do their daily drops at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. EST. Resale is for second chances. The killer heels that killed your feet, jewelry that your ex bought you, whatever it is, consigning with The Real Real is the best way to let go of something that's no longer you and get paid for it. So, if you need more closet space, don't stop shopping. Start selling and make room for pieces that actually feel like you. The Real Real is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The Real Real. And this month, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Just go to therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your extra $100. therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow.
You know what separates the pros from the rest? It's not just talent. It's how you respond when the game gets tough. Do you dig in, you fight back, and when it comes to your health, that same mindset matters.
Yeah, especially if you or someone you care about is facing metastatic prostate cancer. There's a treatment called Pluvicto, lutetium, Lu-177, vipivitide, tetraxetan, and it's changing the game.
Pluvicto isn't chemo. It's a different kind of treatment that targets PSMA positive cells, including prostate cancer cells. Pluvicto can be used before chemotherapy for some people.
Here's the official word. Pluvicto is a prescription treatment used to treat adults with prostate-specific membrane antigen-positive metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer, or PSMA-positive MCRPC, who have already been treated with hormone therapy and are considered appropriate to delay chemotherapy.
Now, let's talk safety. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fetal harm. Drink plenty of fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about how to reduce the risk of exposing others to radiation during and after treatment.
It can also cause low blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you notice weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising more easily, an infection, or changes in urination.
Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint or back pain, and constipation.
Look, every day matters. And if you're in the fight or know someone who is, this is a conversation worth having.
Ask your doctor about Pluvicto, because just like in football, every play, every decision, every second counts.
Visit Pluvicto.com to learn more. That's PLUVICTO.com.
So you're telling me that the AI that's meant to make everyone's job easier to manage just adds more to manage on top of the thousands of apps the IT department already manages? Funny how that works. Any business can add AI. IBM helps you scale and manage AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
This is Matt Rogers from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
This is Bowen Yang from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Hey, Bowen, it's gift season.
Ugh, stressing me out. Why are all the people I love so hard to shop for?
Like me?
Exactly.
Honey, I'm easy. But you're right. Holiday gifting is stressful.
And all the gift guides out there are boring and uninspired.
Wait, what about the guide we made?
In partnership with Marshalls, where premium gifts mean incredible value?
It's Giving Gifts, a series of guides filled with premium gifts at great value for everyone on your list.
Yeah, because if I see one more for the dad who likes golf list, I'm out.
Right? How about something for the people who actually surprise you?
With categories like best gifts for the mom whose idea of a sensible walking shoe is a stiletto. Psst, she wants a pair of stilettos.
Or best gifts for me that were so thoughtful I really shouldn't have.
Dying to see what those are.
And you won't believe their prices.
Just wait till you see what else is in there. It's basically a one-stop shop for everyone you know.
I started bookmarking half the list for myself, honestly.
This is the guide for the 2025 holiday gifting season.
Check out the guide on Marshalls.com.
It's giving gifts. Gift the good stuff at Marshalls.
There's nothing better than the holidays. The house is full, music playing, cousins talking trash over games. It's like the family group chat finally made it to real life. And right there, when you need a fresh pick-me-up, is Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry. It has that crisp cranberry flavor with a smooth winter spice twist. Just feels made for festive moments like these. Whether you're cooking with your auntie, laughing with old friends, or catching up with the favorite cousin that you haven't seen all year, Sprite keeps the celebration bright and refreshing. It's the perfect holiday sip. It's light, flavorful, festive, and worth sharing. But heads up, Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry is only here for a limited time. So grab it now, throw it in the fridge, and crack another open to keep the good vibes flowing. Your favorite flavor has officially arrived. Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Do you ever think about like worst case scenarios? What if you married this billionaire dude, right? And he made some really shitty moves and all of a sudden he's got nothing. And now there was no prenup And now he's in the gutter, and he turned out to be not such a great guy. It's not like he fell on hard times. It's like he screwed up and he did something terrible. And now maybe he's even going to jail. And now he's entitled to your money.
Okay. So
I think you always need a prenup. There, I said it.
Oh.
What do you think?
I think if you marry a multi-billionaire,
No prenup?
After me, try not to get a prenup. Because the chance that he's going to end up being broke and you're not going to figure that out before you marry him is very unlikely, right?
I guess. But what if he has kids from, look, I'm a very practical person, I think. And if something, God forbid, had happened to you and I married this billionaire guy and he had a whole life before me, which I'm assuming he's older and maybe has kids and grandkids and whatever. That's their money too, right? So maybe it's better to just figure it all out now. And that way you don't have bad relationships with anyone.
Okay, let's say there's a multi-billionaire and he proposes to you and you agree to get married. And his prenup came back saying, if we divorced, what's yours is yours and what's mine is mine, and we're not mingling. Would you go for that?
No.
Okay, what if he said, all right, I'll give you $1 million a year for every year that we're married?
No. $1 million?
I'll give you $10 million a year for every year that we're married.
No.
I'll give you $100 million.
Wait, he's a billionaire?
He's a multi-billionaire.
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 Like 10 billion, 100 billion? How many billions?
Many billions.
Okay. Gonna call it 4 billion.
I don't think it makes any difference past 2 billion, to be honest with you. But
I think I'd want 100 million a year then.
100 million a year. Okay. Just curious.
And I get to keep all my gifts.
I think you get to keep all your gifts in a marriage anyway.
Okay.
I don't think you have to prenup that one out of there.
Okay. Then I'm gonna have lots of gifts. Houses, cars. All right. Anyway, so interestingly, everyone always talks about us, about how we survived the reality show curse. And then people will go, oh, but there's so-and-so. And then they start dropping like flies. I honestly think it's down to us and Lisa Vanderpump and Ken Todd, but they're not.
No Fargo.
And Melissa and Joe.
Who else?
But they haven't been together as long as
Is
you
there
have.
anyone else? Anyone else
No.
you can think? Well, we don't really know all the housewives.
Tell you,
I'll bet you there's others.
Currently in the news.
Oh, you know. Okay.
Yeah, Brittany Cartwright and Jax divorcing Brittany.
Okay, but that's not very surprising. They became celeb.
Whatever, I'm just telling
Didn't they
you.
divorce?
Kyle Richards,
That's surprising.
Dorit and PK,
I have no idea. Surprising.
Bronwyn Newport, who just got divorced. They have a big age gap and there was no prenup. All right. Well, actually, all right, wait, I'll go through the list and then we can opine on this. But Brittany Cartwright and Jax Taylor, Dorit, Kemsley and PK, Kyle and Mauricio, Bronwyn Newport, Candy Briss, and Karen Huger from Potomac.
Okay.
She and her husband are together like us, 29 years, but she went to prison for a while. So they had a little bit of a staycation.
But of those, how many of those are first-time marriages? Mauricio and Kyle's.
I bet Karen Huger, that's her first marriage.
Okay, Mauricio and Kyle are not.
No.
Okay, Dorit and PK, I'll bet, are not.
All right, we have to talk about this.
Lisa Vanderpump.
I'd like to know from the audience, and we need to know.
You would never expect
put up
this.
a poll. Do you like when people call you or not? So most people these days will text, to the point where, if you notice, if someone calls, they'll go, I'm so sorry, I didn't text because I'm driving, or I'm so sorry, but it was too hard to explain via text. Like, people will now apologize for actually calling. And I realize there's very few people that I sit on the phone with. Very few. You and the kids and a couple of friends. But Lisa Vanderpump loves the phone. She doesn't like to text, and she does not like to make plans in advance. It's like, hey, are you free for dinner tonight?
The older the person, the greater likelihood that they'll want to talk on the phone. I am older, but I can't stand talking.
It could be a guy-girl thing.
Yeah, and I'm a great texter. I will respond to anybody's text within milliseconds. You know, I pride myself on answering text.
I'm a good texter too.
But I do not call me. In fact, I have a robo app on my phone.
Yes, I can't even call
that
him.
doesn't allow literally doesn't allow anyone to get through, which is so good.
And And this automated voice comes on and goes, "Hi, say your name and what you're calling about." And I go, "Answer the phone." That's what I yell at the woman.
Yeah.
At the automated voice. And then it puts the call through because they want to make sure you're not like a computer or something. That's so annoying.
Oh, is that what it does?
Yes.
But you
Sometimes it doesn't put me through.
Right. But if you're not on my call list, you can't get through at all.
At all.
At all.
Okay, anyway. So Lisa and Ken have been together much longer.
I love him.
They're so fun.
She's
They're
she's
great.
such a charming lady.
I know. She's fantastic.
He is a blast.
They are great.
I love him.
Just a great couple. Yeah, so it's really the three of us.
It would be nice to know some statistics because I think the average sort of marriage lasts, 3.8 years or something.
You mean in general?
Yeah. And then
what are the housewife statistics?
And then I'd like to know how there's also a statistic that if you make it to 5 years, the chance that you'll make it to 10 years is this. If you make it to 10 years, the chance you'll make it to 15 years is this, and so on. I would like to know how many of these divorced housewives, how long they were married before they came on the show. In other words, are they going to was there a high likelihood of divorce anyway, just because they were married for a while? Or it was clearly the impetus, the stimulus to the divorce being on the housewives?
Well, you've said before that you feel like sometimes people come on these shows to blow up their lives. Like, well, we've seen there are definitely some couples where we've seen the husband encouraging the wife to go off and do housewives, thinking they would be busy doing something so they could be doing their own thing. That's happened.
That's so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, again, we've talked about this, but the mind-boggling nature, the fact that people will go on the housewives in the middle of their lives falling apart in a crisis, thinking that this is going to save them.
It's like having
from
a baby.
that crisis.
Yeah.
But it's even worse. They're actually, like, for example, actively involved in a Ponzi scheme, and then they come on the show.
It's so crazy to me. It's like, first of all, where's the background check? First of all. And second of all, if you know you're doing this thing, but I guess it's crazy people like that are involved in those crazy schemes that think it's the hubris of that they think they're above it, that it won't come out.
And I don't really want to focus too much on housewives in this conversation, but I can tell you that I have a friend who has 2 daughters. And when his 2 daughters are dating various guys that he ends up worrying about, and they date some not great guys, he has a very, very outstanding private investigator.
Does?
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Who will find out all the things about these guys that you could find out about a couple going on Real Housewives before that. It's amazing
that they don't do that.
That they don't do like a troop. Maybe, I don't know why they don't. Maybe that's a whole corporate network thing that there's something legal about it. I don't know. But this Jen Shaw woman.
Yes.
She was convicted, so I guess I'm a little bit comfortable with that. I bet you this private investigator would have found out that she was involved in illegal Ponzi scheme.
The thing. Yeah.
Before she came on the Housewives.
Right.
And then they could have said, well, there's some clear-cut evidence that there may be some wrongdoings going on. You may not want to bring her on the show.
Right.
I'm surprised they don't necessarily do that.
I guess not. I mean, look, in a way, it's reality TV, right? So
they might like it.
Not only that, but
bring them on, let them blow up their lives.
When I had joined Orange County, I did not watch the show. And I did not go back, as you know, and watch previous episodes because I felt like if you're going to join a friend group, why not meet everyone like you would in real life? Like if I was going to go meet people, I wouldn't know their whole history. And I feel like people are allowed to evolve and change. And look, we know people, and I have to tell you a story offline later, but we know people that you find things out later and you go, oh my God, I had no idea they were doing this or that was going on or this one was cheating or that one was involved in something sketchy. And then you find out later. So isn't that reality?
Yeah.
So unless it's something dangerous, maybe that is okay.
Yeah, but I mean, let's face it.
And would she have been
I think
if she wasn't on?
Bravo knew they were engaged in illegal activity, they would automatically not allow you to come on
Yeah, I
the
would
show.
think. Housewives is a difficult thing to be on. Being in the public eye in general, being in the public eye is difficult to be in a relationship and be in the public eye because, there's always rumors.
Yeah.
And so it's like dealing with that, it adds another layer to your relationship. It used to really bother me. Did it ever bother you?
The rumors about our relationship?
Yes.
Never. But what I don't like is, when there's a rumor that becomes a storyline that is so absurdly false.
Right.
And everyone knows it's false, but the fact that there's a rumor becomes a story. And, once you talk about it enough, well, maybe there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
You know what separates the pros from the rest? It's not just talent. It's how you respond when the game gets tough. Do you dig in, you fight back, and when it comes to your health, that same mindset matters.
Yeah, especially if you or someone you care about is facing metastatic prostate cancer. There's a treatment called Pluvicto, lutetium, Lu-177, vipivitide, tetraxetan, and it's changing the game.
Pluvicto isn't chemo. It's a different kind of treatment that targets PSMA positive cells, including prostate cancer cells. Pluvicto can be used before chemotherapy for some people.
Here's the official word. Pluvicto is a prescription treatment used to treat adults with prostate-specific membrane antigen-positive metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer, or PSMA-positive MCRPC, who have already been treated with hormone therapy and are considered appropriate to delay chemotherapy.
Now, let's talk safety. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fetal harm. Drink plenty of fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about how to reduce the risk of exposing others to radiation during and after treatment.
It can also cause low blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you notice weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding, or bruising more easily, an infection, or changes in urination.
Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint or back pain, and constipation.
Look, every day matters. And if you're in the fight or know someone who is, this is a conversation worth having.
Ask your doctor about Pluvicto, because just like in football, every play, every decision, every second counts.
Visit Pluvicto.com to learn more. That's Pluvicto.com.
So let me get this straight. Your company has data here, there, and everywhere. But your AI can't use the data because it's here, there, and everywhere? Seems like something's missing. Every business has unique data. IBM helps your AI access your data wherever it lives to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
This is Matt Rogers from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
This is Bowen Yang from Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
Hey, Bowen, it's gift season.
Ugh, stressing me out. Why are all the people I love so hard to shop for?
Like me?
Exactly.
Honey, I'm easy. But you're right. Holiday gifting is stressful.
And all the gift guides out there are boring and uninspired.
Wait, what about the guide we made?
In partnership with Marshalls, where premium gifts mean incredible value?
It's Giving Gifts! A series of guides filled with premium gifts at great value for everyone on your list.
Yeah, because if I see one more for the dad who likes golf list, I'm out.
Right? How about something for the people who actually surprise you?
With categories like best gifts for the mom whose idea of a sensible walking shoe is a stiletto. Psst, she wants a pair of stilettos.
Or best gifts for me that were so thoughtful I really shouldn't have.
Dying to see what those are.
And you won't believe their prices.
Just wait till you see what else is in there. It's basically a one-stop shop for everyone you know.
I started bookmarking half the list for myself, honestly.
This is the guide for the 2025 holiday gifting season.
Check out the guide on Marshalls.com.
It's giving gifts. Gift the good stuff at Marshalls.
There's nothing better than the holidays. The house is full, music playing, cousins talking trash over games. It's like the family group chat finally made it to real life. And right there, when you need a fresh pick-me-up, is Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry. It has that crisp cranberry flavor with a smooth winter spice twist. Just feels made for festive moments like these. Whether you're cooking with your auntie, laughing with old friends, or catching up with the favorite cousin that you haven't seen all year, Sprite keeps the celebration bright and refreshing. It's the perfect holiday sip. It's light, flavorful, festive, and worth sharing. But heads up, Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry is only here for a limited time. So grab it now. Throw it in the fridge and crack another open to keep the good vibes flowing. Your favorite flavor has officially arrived. Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Season 2 of Unrivaled Basketball is here, and the talent is unreal. The best women's players on the planet are running it back with even bigger moments and bigger stakes. Don't miss as Paige Beckers, Nafisa Collier, Kelsey Plum, Brianna Stewart, and more take the court and redefine the game. This isn't your regular season. This is Unrivaled, where the pace is faster, the energy is higher, and every athlete shines. Unrivaled Basketball, Season 2, sponsored by Samsung Galaxy, tips off January 5th on TNT, TrueTV, and HBO Max.
Sometimes, like when there was a rumor about our marriage years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was, my first thing was, yeah, whatever, it's not true. But then as people poke and poke and poke, then you start to get frustrated. And then they go, oh, you're too upset about it. There must be some truth to it. But I'll tell you, I think for a lot of people, it's, first of all, it's very stressful to be on a reality show. It's very stressful living in the public eye and having kids and all of that. And then those kinds of rumors just add fuel. I mean, I feel like we're beyond that now. Like when we hear something now, we mostly laugh. And then we do have real conversations about if there's any implications or anything we have to talk about seriously handling. But in general, don't we usually laugh when we hear stuff?
We always laugh. The thing is, if it's a rumor that affects, me professionally,
that's a problem.
That's a problem because that now is defamation, professional defamation. So you have to consider, am I going to go legal on that?
Right.
And then if you do that, then it blows it up. And then they say, and then if you ignore it, which is always the better thing to do, then it goes uncontested and it usually just fades away. But I mean, what's the latest rumor? I'm gay, right? Isn't that the latest rumor?
Yes, that's been for a while.
Yeah. And so, by the way, the pathetic thing about the rumor about me being gay is
it's just so stupid. We're
what's
gay
interesting?
family household. Why would we live like that? Why would we hide that?
Well, first of all, if I'm gay in this long-term relationship, please feel bad for me because I'm not living my true life. I'm living a life of dissatisfaction. As wonderful as you
that's
are.
what they're saying.
I know, but why would I do? I'm as on. Why would I do? First of all, if I were gay, I would be gay. I'd be really happy about it, and I would celebrate it. And by the way, I would be a lot wealthier because I would have married.
There you go.
A guy who was very, very successful right away, and we don't spend money the way women spend money.
You know that there's life insurance on Terry, but not on me. And I said to him once, I'm like, why don't you have life insurance on me? He goes, because my life would be a lot less expensive if something happened.
Oh, I would
there you go.
Be gigantically have more cash flow.
There you go.
If I weren't married to you anymore. But
no, if I died, if we divorced, you'd be very.
But as gay friendly as we are,
why would we live a life like that? It would be the most hypocritical. And what would we be showing our kids?
You know what's interesting though?
What?
I mean, I don't know if we should talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. I don't know what Kyle's status is lately because I don't really follow any of that. But, there was a rumor that Kyle Richards was gay during her marriage, which I'm sure there wasn't.
Right.
Maybe that's true. Although women can be bi, guys can't be bi.
I'll say a lot of women. I mean,
guys are only gay. Or not.
Yeah, I don't want to say who because I mean, whatever. But there's a lot of women right now divorcing men and ending up with women. I mean, you've seen it with Niecy Nash, seen it with Sophia Bush. We've seen it with Oh, our friend Carol Leifer.
Yeah.
It happens.
What is Kyle's status? Is she
He said,
out? By the way, it's her own personal business anyway, so she shouldn't
I
have
don't feel,
but now that they're separated, they're officially separated, correct?
I don't know. All I know is that she said, when asked about it, she said, I could go Brad, I could go Andrew.
Okay, so there you go. That's bye.
And that is perfect. And I just feel like, I was talking about this earlier today. How much is it necessary to reveal? So whether it comes to your relationships, your plastic surgery, your marital status, like
Financial status.
your financial status, like, okay, so you're in the public eye and there's layers to these things. Like, I think people are used to scripted actors and especially movie stars being very quiet in their personal lives. And many of them will say it's because we want you to have our characters be believable. And if you know too much about me and my life, you might not believe me in these roles. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard many actors say that sort of thing. When you then start coming down to different, theater and television and whatnot, when it comes to reality people, we're at a different level with our community, with our audience. And they're in our homes and know our kids and believe that we're friends. And you see that when we're at BravoCon and out in the world and talking to people. But I feel like that doesn't mean you have to share absolutely everything.
There seems to be, though, a feeling among the Twitterati or the Xerati or whatever the social media commenters out there that if you're on a reality show, you're held at a different standard because you're on a reality show that's supposed to show your authentic life on the reality show, that you almost have a duty to disclose all of those things about your sexuality and stuff like that. And it's not okay.
Where's the line? And then,
well, by the way, that's BS.
Yeah.
F you. That's not true. If you're on a reality show, you still get to pick and choose what you're going to disclose.
Allowed to have things that
Yes.
are, when the kids are involved, when you're telling the audience things, you're telling the world. And now your kids are going to hear those things, either themselves, from their peers, from their teacher. It's like, it's just out there. If they find out today,
Yeah, but
tomorrow,
that's your responsibility to your kids. That's not your responsibility to the viewing audience.
No,
it's
what I'm saying is, even if you want to share certain things
you should
with the audience, I think sometimes you have to be careful
I
because your
agree.
kids are going to know.
But to my earlier point, though, it seems like the audience feels you have a duty to disclose basically everything because we watch you in what's supposedly a reality authentic situation. And I don't agree with that.
All right, well, let's end on this. If you could give advice, like real advice, to the new couple coming in on Housewives, they're a solid couple and they're walking into Housewives and we were having dinner with them. What is the positive advice that you could give them about staying strong in their marriage?
There's a little preamble to that. Is there something in your marriage that you wouldn't want to be put out there that would affect things if it were put out there? And so if that's the case, fix it or don't fix it before or don't come on the show because it's going to come out.
Okay, but let's just pretend they're like us. They're like kind of like a normal couple.
Oh,
There's nothing.
What advice you give so that the reality show curse doesn't attack you? Oh, this is tricky because being on a reality show changes people.
Yeah.
It not only changes everybody the way they look, all women, if you look at season 1 versus season 5, they're 30 pounds lighter and they're the after.
They get their shit
they're
together.
the plastic surgery after.
Well, listen, you're on TV.
Okay?
Things change.
And by the way, you see yourself, you go, oh my God, I need more hair. I need a tighter waistline. I need this and that. And so once you start to change and your ego and, maybe you're not willing to.
I think what I would say to them is if I could give you some advice, I would say we went in a little blindly. We didn't get it. So learn from where we didn't do well because we didn't talk about some pitfalls that can happen while filming. You've got to protect each other, got to be on the same team and be real, but be smart.
My advice is for most people, for most reality couples, you're going to face pressures and challenges that you wouldn't have faced had you not gone on the reality show. You're going to look different. You're going to be more confident. Your whatever is going on in your life that you're not proud of is going to come out. So get your ducks in order and make sure that your support systems are such that, you have ready access to a therapist, for example.
Yes.
And how to deal with these issues that are going to come up, because they're going to come up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing is, don't fake your finances. Whatever you do,
that's the best piece of advice.
do not do that, because if you're not wealthy, don't walk out of a designer store with 5 bags of Hermes, okay? When you wouldn't normally do that. Don't fake it. Don't fake it till you make it. Be your actual self. No, everybody's got the sniff test. They're going to sniff through the inauthenticity. And if you are very successful, people want to knock you down. So if you're faking being successful,
you're setting yourself up.
You're going to set yourself up. So just be really careful.
That is great advice. Our advice is be authentic. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
With Venmo Stash, a taco in one hand and ordering a ride in the other means you're stacking cash back. Nice. Get up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash on your favorite brands when you pay with your Venmo debit card. From takeout to rideshares, entertainment, and more, pick a bundle with your go-tos and start earning cash back at those brands. Earn more cash when you do more with Stash. Venmo Stash terms and exclusions apply. Max $100 cash back per month. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms.
Amazon 5-Star Theater presents Real Customer Reviews performed by Ed Helms. Tonight's review, Tactical Jacket. I was living a simple life. Didn't get out much. Then, I bought this jacket, and everything changed. Women came flocking to me from lands domestic and foreign. On the 245-day sailboat voyage home, I was attacked by a shark. I knew it was the jacket he was after. Giving up the jacket in exchange for my life. 5 stars. Amazon customer 69. Shop the perfect gift this holiday on Amazon.
What a matchup we got, y'all. This is that classic HBCU vibe. Non-stop action, the band is rocking, and the crowd lit. Chants echoing, drum beating, everybody showing that school pride. Game like this? Yeah, it calls for an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer right there. Yeah, that taste always hits the right note, just like the band at halftime. And just like that, we're back at it. Passionate fans, school colors everywhere, and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. That's a winning combo. No matter the sport, no matter the yard, everybody knows. Fan work is thirsty work. So grab a Coca-Cola and keep that HBCU pride going.
Janice Torres here.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz. We host the podcast Mind the Business Small Business Success Stories, produced by Ruby Studio in partnership with Intuit QuickBooks.
We're back for season 4 to talk to some incredible small business owners.
The big thing about working in tech is that it's ever evolving, ever changing. Everyone's a rookie. That's how fast the industry is changing. So what I'm really excited about is to be part of that change.
So listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Only one movie answers the call.
Hello? It's me, SpongeBob.
For the biggest comedy event of the holiday season.
Do you know what the best part is?
What is it, Patrick?
No, I'm asking.
The SpongeBob Movie, rated PG. Friday.